Hi everyone, it's Sunday, February 23rd, time for another HideNet Week in Review. I'm Vera Dordick. So it was another tough week for the US Hide market. With China largely out of the market, interest was very low and prices have taken a hit. That said, most sellers are more concerned with moving material at the moment because the shipping situation is a mess, with canceled sailings, a lack of equipment, and some ports in China being skipped altogether. As we noted, prices have taken a hit, and with regard to regular weight heavy Texas steers, trades were reported as low as $23 and as high as $27 for 66, 68-pound selections. But the higher price was said to be a special case, so the lower end is probably closer to the real market. In the cow market, interest was minimal, and here too, prices were likely down, but sellers say that it's hard to tell how much right now because of the lack of sales. U.S. slaughter for the week was up 1% over the previous week at an estimated 628,000. Total raw and wet blue hide sold were just 354,600, which is up from last week a little bit. Shipments were okay at 565,900, but that's actually down 9% from the previous week. And most people expect the total to be even lower in the next export report. In our observations this week, we take a closer look at the effects the coronavirus is having on shipping and how China is progressing with regard to getting everyone back to work. Moving over to Europe, Milan hosted Lineapel this week, and European editor Andrea Guolo reported from the fair. If you missed his two reports, they're still available on the HideNet YouTube channel if you want to check them out. The most surprising thing was that the fair saw a 2% increase in attendance despite the absence of Chinese customers and a percentage of others who are choosing not to travel right now. Of course, more attendance doesn't necessarily mean more sales, and there were some segments of the market that were definitely not buying as a consequence of the situation in Asia. Sellers of 36 plus English ox went to Milan asking for higher prices, but they didn't get them, thanks mainly to the declines on US hides. So right now they are selling at 83 to 85 pence per kilo and at 85 cents in euros in Ireland. Andrea reports that the cow market in Europe is not under the same pressure as the US cow market, and quality cow hides for certain sectors are doing well. And contrary to steer hide prices in the US, European bulls have seen some increases, especially for the best hides for the automotive and upholstery sectors. In his analysis this week, Andrea takes a deeper dive into what's happened at Lineapel and how the European hide industry is being affected by the crisis in China. He also examines the situation with quality hides in Europe and what's behind those price increases, which seem to be bucking the trends we see elsewhere. From South America, editor Ronald Guiel reports from Brazil that the price of raw material crept up a little bit again this week. Fresh hides increased to sell at 71 cents in reals per kilo, which in dollars they remain at 16 US cents because of the exchange rate. TR1 prices are at 65 cents per square foot, and sellers are having a hard time passing on any raw material increases to their leather customers right now. In other news from Brazil, Minerva plans to increase its production next year. Marfrig has returned to making a profit, and Brazilian footwear has made the rounds of the main fairs in the US and at MyCam in Milan, where the results were good. Among the news items from elsewhere in Latin America, Havaianas want to expand in Colombia with e-commerce. The footwear industry in Mexico wants to generate more business with distinctive quality designs, and Skechers has chosen Panama City for its Latin headquarters. So that's all we have for today, and until next week, good night from HideNet.